the boat. See whether the Vanelita will pull through. She's a real tugboat. I need... Do I want... We'll go there. I never thought that Malachim had minds of their own. Our mistreatment of them must be what caused them to vanish. It is so, but if they do have minds like men, and we show honest repentance for our actions, perhaps they will lend us their aid once more. Could they ever trust us enough, though? I cannot say. All I know is that I want to atone for my sins against them. I will do what I can to communicate that to them. Aw, what a nice fellow. Even if the exorcists fail and the Lord of Calamity runs rampant, I will continue to defend Renede. That's the path I chose, and I intend to stick to it.
That place really was a prison island. Worse, I heard that's where the Lord of Calamity was born.
Where did you hear that?
From an exorcist who lost his malak and caught the demon blight. He screamed it as he was killing his exorcist buddies. It happened in the forest. I managed to hide. I've never been so terrified in my life.
An exorcist turned into a demon.
He must have lost himself when he lost his malak. Looks like we really did a number on the Abbey.
If that's true, then it means the Calamity was born right under the Abbey's nose, and they let her escape. How could they let that happen?
I don't know, but I guess it means the exorcists aren't perfect. I thought that if we followed the shepherd, the Abbey would save us. But maybe that was just wishful thinking.
I guess the shepherd and his exorcists are only human. I mean, they aren't gods. They can't solve every little problem out there. Do you think we expected too much of the Abbey? Passing your problems on to someone else isn't a good way to solve them, is it? Hey, expedition. Ooh, perfect. Okay, what else are... So done, not done.
Scout ship setting sail.
See, I thought that one looked interesting, that Tales of Berseria. I just never got around to playing it. It's one of those potentially, maybe, eventually, someday I will go through and beat that game. I will maintain my faith in the shepherd. Demanding everything and giving nothing is what cowards do. The emergency stock of food is all set. I'll keep a close eye on it. Thank you. If even a single morsel goes missing, you won't get off easy. Oh, certainly not. I'll keep everything above board. Don't mind me just coming through and taking stuff.
Did you guys hear? The search party that went to the Laban tunnel was wiped out by a demon.
Really? They were the ones out searching for Count Capelus, weren't they?
You mean the one who managed to get kidnapped? Despite everyone else at his manor, servants and children alike, getting killed? You'd think noblemen like that would have some decent exorcists among their personal guard.
Suppose he did. But I heard every blade there, sword and spear alike, was found chipped and cracked to hell.
What kind of demon could do that?
Who are the Capeluses?
They are one of the great noble lines, on par with Oscar's Dragonia family, and have served Midgand for generations.
People refer to them as the royal family's hidden dagger. Unlike me, you never hear good rumors about them. They say behind the royal family's glory lies blood and tears shed at the hand of the Capelus family.
But those are just rumors. Although I do know that in recent times, the Count had stood against the rise of the Abbey.
I couldn't care less about the whereabouts of some noble. But we should be careful of the demon that took out all those exorcists.
Yeah, it sounds like a worthy opponent.
I wouldn't go to the Laban tunnel. A nasty demon called the Beast of Blades wanders around there. Oh, well, sounds like it's a place I want to go.
Mercio was attacked by the Lord of Calamity and the town was lost. They say a bizarrely dressed witch chased down the townspeople and devoured any she caught.
That must be the Lord of Calamity. She dressed as a cackling witch to toy and torment us humans. That monster!
They say she wore a black cloak, a big hat, and rode a broomstick. She jeered and jested at those she caught.
So, a demon impersonated a witch and hunted humans, huh?
What happened in Mercio really got twisted in the telling.
That's the grapevine for ya. But that aside, this is unforgivable. I'd never use a broom or wear a black cloak. It'd go against my superb fashion sense.
That's fair. I feel so sorry for the people of Mercio who had their homes stolen by demons. I want to do something to help them. We should collect money from the citizens of Renede and send it to them. People need to band together when times are tough. Wait. I'm being a genius, not... There we go. Just ignoring the important part.
Is it true that more demons are appearing in other towns? And that some exorcists have suddenly lost their powers?
Yes, I'm afraid it is.
Is everything going to be all right?
Leave her alone, son. You're bothering the exorcist.
I just wanted to know how other places were doing.
In every city, the frequent demon attacks have endangered lives, caused chaos, and hindered travel and trade. Farms have been hit hard, and harvests are delayed. It's certain that there will be food shortages before long.
I thought as much. Well then, that settles it.
Settles what?
I'm going to plant an orchard and some vegetable fields. We've been lucky. We've been spared the worst of it. Also, the soil here is rich and suited for farming. I can't fight the demons, but I can help stabilize the food supply. I want to do what I can to help.
That's wonderful to hear. I'm rooting for you with all my heart.
You know, if you're starting a farm, you're going to need someone at your side.
Would you please stop bringing that up?
No. If you're serious about this, I want to do everything I can to find you a match. So on that note, how about it? He's a good boy. You don't have to marry him right away. You can take it slow.
Sorry, I'm kind of married to my work.
A shame. Well, what about you? The scary girl over there.
Who are you calling scary?
My apologies, miss.
Hey, aren't you forgetting someone?
No way! I mean... love? Marriage? That's not important right now. Besides, I have a date with these saplings.
He chose a tree over me.
That's rough. Anyway, let's keep moving. If you fall, I'll give you a proper burial. You really do plan to outlive me, don't you, Dad? Why wouldn't I? It's me you're talking to, remember? You know what your old man's like. Ha 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 ha. Maggie Lou's just getting the raw end of the deal there. Hey, is it just me or is the ground really shaking? You feel it too? I can't explain it myself. Feels almost like there's something powerful down there moving around. Hey, it's you.
Wow, is that Longdow's dust? That's one of the Omega Elixir ingredients. You found it! You really found it!
Yeah, it's proof your research is right.
Thanks! I've just managed to translate the description of the second ingredient. Here, take this and... Whoa.
What's wrong? Your face is red.
Hey, you're burning up.
It's fine. I'm pretty much always running a fever.
That makes it even worse. We need to get you home so you can rest up.
But I'm still translating the recipe.
You heard me.
Alright. She's scary. Is she your sister or something, Laffy said?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
Oh, okay. Well, you seem to have a pretty complicated life.
Do you think he's always that sick?
Wouldn't surprise me. I was weak when I was a kid, too.
He's probably been like this since he was born. That must be why his parents named him Vidal. It means to live.
Huh. I never thought about that.
Laffy said is like that, too. It means one who lives.
One who lives.
And he wants to be an explorer when he grows up. I feel sorry for him.
But if he drinks the Omega Elixir, I think he can get better. When he sets off on his adventures, will you let him aboard the Von Eltia, Eisen?
I suppose I could cut him a deal.
You'd charge him?
I'm a pirate, kid. Comes with the territory. But I promise you, I won't charge him too much.
I suppose that'll have to do.
One who lives. I did not know that Laphicette's name had meaning behind it.
Didn't mean much in the end. I poured my soul into getting him through. But he's still dead all the same. Hope. What a waste.
You really think it was pointless?
What else am I supposed to think? It won't bring him back.
He's got a fever again. I hope that doesn't mean what I think it does. I'm sure it doesn't. Probably. Okay, I think that is it for... down. Nope. If the exorcists go, the world will be flooded with demons. Maybe I should mix me something up that'll make for a painless death. It's too early to be thinking like that. Your skills are still needed. You can still help people. That's true, I suppose, and yet... I've just given up. Former exorcist is working for the Lord of Calamity. I hear he planted some sort of cursed parasite into her body that makes her his puppet. What? That's too disturbing to even consider. There's also a girl with them, the bizarre cowlick. She looks innocent enough, but that's just a ruse. Her heart's like a stone made of pure evil. Girl with bizarre cowlick. Wait, is that me? No! Gravely injuring an exorcist praetor and her Malik. That's one hell of a soldier. That's rough. Okie dokie. Well, you know what? I will fight one of you just out of curiosity to see what level you are. 23. Not worth.
You really do have a
Not worth. Okay, so I want to get that faster movement. And that I don't think there's anything here. So I'll beeline it straight for that, and then I'll probably bounce out of here. Okie doke. Ooh. An area of unexploredness. We're going.
We've found quite a few geotrees so far. I feel like I've run 3 marathons back to back. I'm sorry, Bienfu. That's okay. All this exercise is making me nice and buff. You're right. You don't look any different, but when I touch you, I definitely feel muscles. I bet I could even take down Aizen and Rokuro with a single well-placed hit. I'm not so sure, but okay.
Bienfu, I know we're placing a heavy burden on you with all this geoboard business, and I'm sorry for that. But we really appreciate it. You've been truly helpful.
Aw, Madam Eleanor, you're too sweet. You're nothing like that mean old Miss Magilu.
How are you coping with your fatigue?
I'm kind of not, actually. In fact, I don't think I'll ever recover. Unless you give me a nice massage, Madam Eleanor.
I think I can manage that.
I didn't think that actually work.
I'm quite good at working out those pressure points. I can really grind the butt of my spear in just the right spots and have you feeling refreshed in no time. But I have to warn you, it might hurt a little bit.
What? You know what? Never mind. I'm good. You don't have to push so hard. Okay, that is refreshing, but ow, 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 ow.
Poor dude. If I can bounce to the Tower of Exorcist. Must be close. Nope, none of those really help me. Cool. I wish he was party selectable. That would be fantastic. Ooh, might be able to open this. Yes. And cooking. There. So I get that off the screen. I'm not going to be cooking food right now, so. It's all good. Now I just have to figure out how to get down below.
Finish this quick.
Why? I'm so weak.
I can't even call that a fuck.
So weak. Okay. Okay, there's our drop down point. It's probably too late for this to be relevant, but I'm gonna grab the treasure chest. Yeah. Well, it's mine now, at the very least. It's just not very good mine now. Okay. I'm gonna avoid all fights and just get through this. Easy peasy. Super quick and easy.
I'm extra good at beating like the weak one. Come on, put up some fight, okay?
It's not their fault, Maggie Lou. They're underleveled. My little boogie board. Maybe? I mean, I'm sure in general I could go there. I'm not... I have no idea where this tunnel's gonna end up. So, maybe? I'll open that. Hey, there you go. Can start to put all of us in those suits. We're getting there. Oh, life bottles, beauty. Slowly but surely. I wonder who's in here, or what's in here. This is definitely one of those, probably should have done this a while ago. Deal with him in a second. I think this guy's level 55? Oh, don't say that.
Are we ready for this?
36. Perfect.
Check out the height on that one.
I bet I could take it down in 3 swipes.
3? More like 1,000, I bet. This isn't the time to be kidding around, you guys.
I'm not kidding here.
First fight in a while, I can actually feel good about myself. Oh, still stunned me. Still stunned me.
Victory is ours.
Pressing the defend button as an enemy Mystic Art hits will half the damage taken. This effect can be performed on each hit of a Mystic Art.
We won.
I wasn't good enough.
What do you mean? That demon was really strong.
I don't mean the demon. I mean me. If Shigure were here, he'd have sliced it clean in half.
But you use shorter dual blades rather than just one bigger one like him, so of course...
No. He'd have done it with a shorter blade, too.
You can't be serious.
He's right. I think Shigure might really be capable of that.
Yeah. He's done it before.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't mind. You want to know more about my clan?
Yeah.
Well, as the eldest son, Shigure became head of the clan and ran things for a while. But 3 years ago, a rumor started floating around that he was planning an insurrection, and our lord immediately called for his execution.
Sounds like he doesn't waste any time.
Shigure never particularly cared about our lord to begin with. All he ever respected was personal strength.
Then did your lord send you to do the job?
Yeah. The only thing that can take down a Rangetsu swordsman is another Rangetsu swordsman. I thought I could handle it. I knew his every trick and had the time and place all planned out. But when it happened,
You got your ass beat.
Yeah. He made a fool out of me. I came at him with a greatsword, and he just used a small one. All the training I'd done, I couldn't land a hit on him.
A rude awakening if there ever was one.
Damn straight. I couldn't deny it. Shigure cast aside my greatsword and just laughed. Train harder, he told me. I was so frustrated by my weakness, my inexperience. So much so that I wanted to end my own life. So much so that I turned into a demon.
Rokuro.
In the end, Shigure escaped, and I was arrested for failing to perform my duty and sent to the prison island.
And the rest, as they say?
So you regret not being able to kill your brother. Huh.
I know it sounds crazy, but that's just who I am.
I'm not here to judge you. I'm just using you for my own purposes. As long as you fight my enemies, that's all that matters.
That's the plan. That's what I do best as a demon.
I don't know. That came at the right time. So, yeah, that comes down to probably something I should have done sooner. Okay, so what is that one? Helloways is fine. Can I get to Helloways? Assuming I can't bounce there. Oh, I can. Nice. Wait, where's am I going the right way for you? Oh, I didn't go to the right spot. Hold on, I can't go there. It's not a problem. I don't know. Do I have a warp there? I do. Whoop. Gotcha. Gonna go get our move faster thing. I think. On the quest to get the important storyline that is totally coming in at the right time. He could just be, you know, always feeling he'll never be good enough. What do you got for me, Expedition? Ugh. Again.
Scout.
I mean, really, he's never going to feel as good as his brother ever, probably.
Another day without a wild penguin sighting. How are things looking at the penguin farm?
Not good. They're still listless. I tried changing their feed, but they barely touched it. With the weather what it is, the sea temperature has gone down. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Maybe so. I've been pulling up different fish around here lately too. And get this, I found a kraken queen in my nets the other day. Normally you only find them in the northern oceans.
Kraken queen?
If this keeps up, Isolt's fishing industry is in dire peril. We've got to do something about this.
Fishermen and penguin farmers. We should all get together and have a meeting to figure out what to do.
By the way, you get smacked about by that kraken queen?
Oh yeah. Those long whip-like tentacles did a number on me. I loved every moment of it.
Oh man, lucky. I should take the boat out tomorrow, see if I can catch one.
I still don't get it. But as long as they're having fun.
They like to be whipped. Oh, okay. I will make sure I check the inn. I just came up with my own proverb that means the same thing as every cloud has a silver lining. Global cooling brings Kraken queens. If something bad happens, something good will balance it out. That's my philosophy. I think I'd feel a real passion for fishing if a Kraken queen slapped me just once. Kraken queen. Doesn't that just, the thought of it, get your motor going? You want to become fishermen, eh? Why the sudden interest? Well, with how bleak the world's become, we just want to catch fish to do something nice for our families. You've gotta made me all misty. Well, I hope to start a fishing company eventually, with me as the president, obviously. Is this the end of civilization? The sky is still blue, the sea is still blue, but will there be any people left to see them? I don't know. It depends on whether the shepherd can defeat the Lord of Calamity. Yeah, he won't be able to. Spoiler alert! I'm gonna kick his butt. Stopping that in just a second. I don't care how bad it gets, I'm going to struggle to the bitter end. Old people are scared of dying too, you know. Got a problem with that? I've heard a group called Maggie Lou's Menagerie is quietly building popularity among weirdos. Oh. Maybe I'll try turning my leftover stock of Gamanok figurines into Maggie Lou figurines. Oh, that'd be fabulous. Just gonna buy those before I forget or run out in an awkward time. Getting to use salt was a real pain. The weather and the currents were going wild. It's like nature herself was throwing a fit. You too, eh? I've heard things like that from a lot of people lately. Is this because the Empyreans have awoken? It is. As for the effect it will have on our world, who can say? I wonder who did that. Hello, person. Can I... There.
Hey, have you heard the rumors? People are saying there's a talking penguin around.
I didn't know penguins could talk.
It's true. 3 people have already talked with it near the beach at night.
You don't say. We should totally try to capture it. It'd be a great addition to Maggie Lou's menagerie.
Well, this is no light matter here in Salt.
Local legend has it that when the end times come, a talking penguin will declare judgment upon the sinful. Everyone who's encountered this penguin has been bedridden from the sheer shock of it.
Are you sure it's not just some demon?
It doesn't appear to be, though it does seem to be quite aggressive. It goes after people, attacking them as it yells, "I'm a medical student from Rize Maxia."
Is that supposed to be its judgment or whatever?
I have no idea, but whatever you do, you'd better not visit the beach at night.
This is some kind of reverse psychology trick, right?
There's a talking penguin that shows up. Stay away from the beach at night. You want to stay here and see. Medical student? Lordy. Why, hello there. We have cool rooms to relax in. Stay. It's gonna be a reference to another game, isn't it?
Ugh, I can't sleep. I think I'm going to head down to the beach and check things out.
I'm with you. Some things just can't be avoided.
You're going to look for that talking penguin, aren't you?
What makes you say that? We're just going on a walk.
Look, Velvet! There's a penguin!
Think it might be the talking one?
It's kind of short.
Oh, good evening. Lovely weather, isn't it?
Wait.
It really talked!
I can't believe it. Something I eat can talk?
Huh? Wait, do you guys eat us penguins too?
Jude?
Why does it matter?
Please, answer my question. It's very important.
I'm sorry, but yes, I eat them.
And I'll happily devour most anything if I have to.
Well then, I suppose you people are just like the others who came before. I can't let you keep doing that.
Oh, and what's a cutesy little penguin like you plan on doing about us, big bad humans?
Yup.
Ah! He changed into a human!
What the hell are
Okay,
you?
check your weakness.
Sorry for deceiving you all,
68.
but I can't let you hurt any more penguins.
But I'm this close. I won't miss. Form 0.
It's going down just higher than what I thought. I'm guessing this is like probably a recent quest and not one of the old ones I missed. I don't know if I got a fire one kicking. I don't. Wait, hold on. Forgot to check. Wind. Fair enough. I wasn't sure if it was something I like missed. Like, I'll assume it came up during the quest thing when other stuff popped, because I think I would have missed this one. And if I did miss it, it starts at an insanely high level for when I was in this area. Down you go, buddy.
Yeah. I turned back into a penguin. No matter.
Wait, why are you so intent on fighting us when you're outnumbered?
I have to protect my fellow penguins from the likes of poachers like you.
Poachers?
We're not poachers, I swear. We just came here to see a talking penguin.
Really? But then, why did you guys say you eat penguins?
Sorry, I guess we should have explained more clearly. This one will eat anything.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And as for me, the only penguin I ever eat is what I buy properly at the market.
We're not good people, but we're not those kinds of villains either.
Oh. Well, in that case, I should apologize for jumping to conclusions and picking a fight. I just ran into some penguin poachers earlier, and I'm afraid I'm a little on edge right now.
Those must be the other people who've spotted you here. They're all sick in bed just from the shock of meeting you. Small fries like them, I bet they'll think twice before they try to poach another animal.
So, what are you then? Some special representative of penguin kind?
No, I'm Jude Mathis. I'm a medical student from Riza Maxia.
A medical student? From Rize Maxia?
It's in a different world from yours. Actually, I'm a human just like you all, but somehow I was flung into this dimension, and when I came to, I looked like this.
So, basically, You're a human from another world, but when you came here, it made you turn into a penguin?
This story of yours, quite a tale. The whole thing's pretty hard to believe.
It certainly is. However, when I was lost and confused, the penguins here were kind to me and took me in as their own. I wanted to repay the favor to them since they've done so much for me.
So you've been protecting them from any poachers who come.
But don't you have bigger things to worry about right now? Looks to me like you're too soft-hearted.
I get that a lot.
Well, we've heard your story. But even if it is true, it doesn't sound like there's anything we can do for you.
Don't worry about me. I'll figure out how to get home on my own, one way or another. The problem is that a friend of mine got sent to this world with me, but I haven't been able to find her. My hunch is that she's also turned into a penguin. You haven't heard of any other talking penguins, have you?
Can't say I have. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
What kind of person is this friend of yours? Maybe we'll run into her later.
Her name is Mila. She has pretty red eyes and long golden hair. She carries herself with dignity and possesses a commanding presence. What else? Oh, and one of her quirks is that whenever she sees something tasty, she drools.
That's an interesting quirk.
You mean she actually drools?
Also, she's known as the Lord of Spirits because she's accompanied by 4 summon spirits with command over the elements.
Ooh, Lord of Spirits. How royal sounding.
Got it. If we hear anything, we'll let you know.
It may be hard, but try to keep your spirits up, Jude.
Thank you all so much. I hope you guys get a lead on Mila.
You care about her even more than yourself.
Well, how do I put it? She's just a really special person to me, I guess.
Fair enough.
Ooh, that experience. Thank you, Jude. Here's a chance of receiving level 4 random skills on hardboat or above. Jude at your side for those familiar with Howe's egg theorem. Ta-da!
A talking penguin. I didn't dream that up, right?
No, that penguin was very real. Or rather, it seems to actually be a human named Jude.
He said he came from another world. No matter how much we see, life is still full of mysteries, isn't it?
He's got guts, I'll give him that. It'd be nice if we could help him somehow.
He's kind to penguins, too.
If he was telling the truth, that would make him a castaway from another dimension. We seafarers always help out anyone who's adrift.
Personally, I'm curious about this Mila girl, the Lord of Spirits. She might have a connection to the 4 Empyreans, or even Inominat himself.
Seems unlikely, but I suppose anything's possible. Just in case, I'll keep everything Jude the Penguin told us in mind.
Ooh, to the poor maze, dogs. Oh, have you heard about the talking? Let's put that rumor to rest, shall we? Yeah. Take that. Tavern. Yeah. Is there more to that quest? We're writing letters to the shepherd I wrote. Fight hard for our future. Oh, I'm sure that will make the shepherd very happy. And then I wrote, please introduce me to any hunky exorcist you know. Not sure the shepherd would be happy with that, though. Found the perfect place under the docks. Let's build a new fort down there. Like, do you get to meet Mila? Because that would be awesome. Jude's good. Don't get me wrong. Nice little tip of the hat. So if we'd all just get it over with and catch Demon Blade already, there'd be nothing to be afraid of. What kind of attitude is that? Not the best fate granted, but it's better than humanity sputtering and wheezing as it slowly gives up the ghost. Ouch. It's a very bleak way of looking at things, but to each their own. There's no sense in kicking the exorcists while they're down. We need to think about how we can help. Absolutely. I don't want to go back to 3 years ago. Grant us salvation. Grant us salvation. Nominat, Almanac, or whoever else you've got. There has to be a true Empyrean out there that'll save us.
Come, sinner, and repent your wicked deeds.
Why are you whispering?
Because everyone else in your group has been nothing but trouble. Not a single one of them will truly repent. What kind of place do they think this holy sanctuary is?
I don't know what to tell you. You'll have to take it up with them.
I can't. You know what they're like, right? If I complain about it to them, they'll just beat the stuffing out of me.
I wish I could tell you that deep down they're all good people, but...
That's why you need to confess something.
What? Why me?
Please, I just want to hear a legitimate confession for once. If you don't hurry up, I'll put a curse on you.
Oh, all right. I'm so sorry for all the trouble that my companions have caused you, Father. Forgive me.
No, that's not going to work. I guess I'm not quite in the mood to forgive that yet.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should repent for being such a petty, mean old priest.
Ouch. What do you expect me to do? Priests are people too, you know? Saw Malik take off its mask and start talking, and the next thing I knew, it vanished, just like that. Perhaps Malachim were servants of the Empyrean all along. Does that mean humanity has been forsaken? I hope not.
Haria village getting wiped out by demon blight. Really makes you think, doesn't it? Like, if they had abandoned their faith in Aminoch and moved to Assault, they might have been saved.
I'm glad they didn't come here. They deserved it. It's their punishment for heresy.
How could you? No one deserves that fate.
But didn't that priestess and her daughter turn first? That's what caused it to spread. But look at us here in Assault. Not a single case of demon blight. That's the only possible explanation. They were crazy to resist the Abbey.
Shame on you. Don't speak ill of the dead. No one wants to become a demon. I had a friend in Haria. She was a good person. Whether she believed in Aminoch or Innominat, she was a person just like us. Our islands were her home.
Perhaps I have no right to say anything here, but please, don't ever lose that kind heart of yours. That's the best way you can honor the memory of Haria's people.
I won't. I'll go there soon with an offering of flowers.
There's no protecting yourself from Demon Blight. Tomorrow, it could be me. I just hope I never forget my sympathy for others. Whereas Aminoch didn't offer us any blessing we could actually see, Nominat gives us Malachim, an exorcist. I think the choice between the two Empyreans is very clear. In your opinion. Alright, let's the color of the sea seems a little different ever since the light came. It's like it was when I was a boy. You think? Will everyone really turn into a demon? I don't want to turn into a demon. I need to know the difference between love and a crush first. Yeah, tell me about it, kid. Huh? You don't know yet? That's rough. Gonna die. I fought Jude. The talking penguin. To be frank, the exorcists are on the back foot, but that only means the support of the masses is more important to them than ever. Please continue to encourage them. Oh, of course. We'll all need to work together to overcome the air of disaster. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up. Good, then don't give up. And don't stop not giving up either. I don't know how soldiers manage to drink with those visors on. Just sort of push it through the hole, right?
The Abbey is telling everyone to stay away from the Palamedes ruins because a vicious demon has settled in them. It's a real nasty piece of work. Likes to call its buddies over just to devour them. And it's only getting more aggressive over time. Not even the exorcists have been able to keep it under control. If you know what's good for you, you'll all stay away from there too.
A demon that devours other demons and gets more brutal. That sounds like venomization.
If it's bringing in other demons just to eat them, then yeah. I'd bet it's acting on instinct.
Trying to live and be strong, even if that means eating its fellow demons. Why, that's positively alluring.
And how is that exactly?
You know how when it's late at night and you just know you shouldn't have that snack, but there it is and it's so tempting?
If it's been at this for a while, I bet it'll make for a pretty tough opponent.
Yeah, and if Velvet devoured it, she might become a lot stronger.
It sounds dangerous to me.
To feed or not to feed? That is the question.
Who knows how powerful that cannibal demon will become if we leave it on to its own devices. It would be safer to eliminate it as soon as we can.
We were hoping to put on a comedy routine.
Oh, here we
Any way
go.
You can fit us in?
I can, but folks in Ysolt are picky when it comes to comedy. You'd better know what you're doing.
I love a good challenge.
Wow, Rokuro. You actually feel like helping out?
Believe it or not, I've always been interested in theater. I thought it would be good for building courage.
I think you have enough courage already, but for now I think we should set your sights low. I'll do most of the talking, you just respond to me and follow along.
Okay, but if you start giving me some jabs, am I permitted to counterattack?
As long as it's not with your sword. That's not exactly reassuring.
Let's get going, Magilu. We've got a show to do.
Oh boy, I'm not sure about this one.
Here we go.
Hi there! We're Magilu and Rokuro, a wild, rough and tumble pair! Magicazam! The weather's so nice in Ysolt, isn't it? Especially the sea breeze. Speaking of which...
Sea breezes are bad for swords. If you don't keep them polished, the salt will rust them.
I suppose that's good advice for any sword enthusiasts out there. But anyway, doesn't the air make you want to eat seafood? Ah, sashimi, fresh-boiled fish on the shore, seafood bowls. So many kinds look so delicious. But...
And fillets, too. You can't forget those. Takes true mastery to be able to use a blade so finely. Every creature, not just fish, has delicious spots that make for perfect cuts if you know where to find them.
That's kinda gross, but okay. Some seafood that tastes good looks downright weird, you know? You've got octopuses, you've got swordfish, you've got...
Swordfish! Now, if there's one fish out there I'd love to duel at least once, it's that one for sure.
You know there's not much I can do with these sudden wild tangents, right?
No. You see, I was just making a gag about how I'm a swordsman, so a swordfish would be like my rival, you get it?
Oh, just shut up.
Oh, okay.
So you've got octopuses, swordfish, you've got those freaky deep-sea anglerfish. Some say the more bizarre-looking the fish, the better its taste. Maybe it's true. I love pufferfish, and they're really weird, round-shaped.
Speaking of round animals, I once met this round-looking guy named Armadillon. I'd never seen anyone so round before or even since.
I can't take it anymore! You're a nightmare to work with!
That turned out pretty funny.
Yeah, well, I feel like our material could have been better. What's your take on it?
I'll just say one thing. If nothing else, your partner was a convincing fool. I don't think he had to act much.
You think so?
No, you're just a free spirit nobody can hope to control. Your attention, please! I've tabulated the results and I've come to the conclusion that... you're all hopelessly unfunny!
I'm sorry.
I don't really care how it went, but when you put it that way, I get a little pissed off.
Anyway, that's why I'll be teaming up with Bienfu to take on Magilu.
Works for me! I'm ready when you are, Miss Magilu! Which bit are you gonna do? Your specialty, Cat Emperor? or the surefire automaton assault?
Neither. We need brute force to win, so I'm going with Elysian Thunder.
Which means that when things are at their peak, we're gonna hit the audience with lots of thunder, right?
Right. Thunder in the form of relentless ad-libbing, as much as we can possibly handle.
Okay! I'll scout out some local material we can use for our opening warm-up, too!
Great! You do that!
You two are really in sync.
Couldn't you two just have teamed up from the start?
It's almost like the whole thing was an elaborate joke just so she could have this punchline.
Well, now with that settled, let's make our way to Logres and meet up with Majulu.
Magilo and Rokuro. That's an act that could go downhill fast. Yeah, it did go downhill fast. Pretty sure that was our first and last show. He wasn't bad, but I don't know if he was my favoriteest one. Wasn't bad. Yup. 100% agree with that. Aizen was amazing. Okay, I don't know if there's any. There's still another chitty chatty person. I think below us.
I hear there's one really passionate Lady Teresa fan in Helavis. But I'm not going to lose to a poser like him. Lady Teresa's true allure isn't in those frozen eyes. You can't say you understand her if that's all you see. But I do. Only I understand her true appeal. Do you want to know what it is?
Well, I don't think I really care.
Do ya? Huh? Of course you do.
Okay, sure.
Well, if you insist, I'll tell you. Teresa's true allure is in that tinge of sadness hidden within her lovely face. Even when she's smiling, there's a touch of melancholy that never leaves her. It's like her heart is somewhere else, somewhere distant.
So where is it?
With her love, her true love. The true love she's yet to meet. How tragic! She suffers, lamenting the love she cannot find, yet doesn't realize that the very man she seeks is so near. That's why I watched over her so dearly. And then it happened. It was a day I'll never forget.
What happened?
She was off duty, frolicking in the waves by Maclear Beach. That alabaster skin, how pure she looked in her swimsuit.
This guy is really, really creepy.
Yeah, seriously creepy.
Hey, what's with that cold look?
I feel bad for Teresa. She had to protect creeps like this guy, too.
What cold, cold eyes you have.
Velvet, Eleanor, quickly, avert your gaze! If you keep looking at him with disgust and disdain, you'll only stimulate this perverted freak!
Come on, everyone. Let's go.
No, come back! Please! Scorn me! Despise me!
Oh, lordy, dude. I'm begging you, stab me with your frostiest gaze, please. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did find her brother and has already, you know...
Scout ships
had stuff happen to her that have been unfortunate. But, you know, story carries on. It's just unfortunate that some of these things I probably should have hit before.